And this is the reassembly of the HTC One. Alright, so we got all of our pieces right here in tools. Gotta make sure you get the little spacer piece right here. Gotta get that little spacer right. Oh, come on, little guy. Right in there at the bottom. Alright, and then we'll put in this piece first. When you set this thing down, get everything in there, make sure that this little clip pops over. I like to push down on it a little bit so that way it gets underneath of it and clips down real nice and good. Get the SIM card wire connected back into there. And then I like to put these two screws back in first just to make sure I don't forget them at the end. Put the little antenna connection right there.
Ooh, that's hot. Oh, look, here's it.
I got all my screws in order so I remember where they go. And then I'll put that one in there too as well.
I need a Corona.
Come on, little screw.
Alright, I'll go grab it. Yeah, no problem.
Get that piece back in there. Stick the charging port back on there. Get the speaker on there. Get it on the right way.
What's your first time on that?
Now you can reconnect the speaker connector. Go and make sure you get this little piece back on there. Slides right underneath the plastic in that charging port. Get these little screws. And actually this screw must go later because the motherboard actually goes under this piece. But I can do that screw. Alright. Slide all these underneath. Actually separate this tape from this cable. Makes it a little bit easier to get that back in there. So that tape stays down. And slide the motherboard underneath that little metal piece. Slide it right there. Make sure you get this over it. Lay that down. And put this screw back in there. Get this screw back in here so you have all the bottom screws back in. Keep the antenna wire out of the way. This is actually two separate pieces, but little tape keeps them stuck together there very well. So I'll just leave them together. And conflicts get in there.
You may be able to call in the customer service and maybe have them change it. Because once they change it, then it will take effect in our system. It's just we don't have a way of doing it.
Make sure that gets in there. Close that down. Keep this wire out of the way. Be able to tape up off of this one.
But yeah, it is doable. We have seen it done. It's just customer service.
Flip this piece back out.
No problem. Have a good one.
That gets in place. Flip that back over. Put the tape back on it. Now we can get these screws back in there. Reconnect this connector. Silver screws always go in the top. Put that back on there. And connect that piece now. Reconnect the power button. Connect all the antenna wires. Our pry tool has a little tip on the end of it. I like that because it helps me press things down.
You're sticking with HTC as well, so it's going to be a lot easier to transition to this. And
Come on.
yeah.
All right. I can reconnect these connectors at the bottom. Then I always like to connect the battery last. And put the little screws back in here. Tape back over there. Take the saved pieces of tape from over here. Put it on. That's one over here. Make sure everything's connected. The volume keys, make sure you can just press them down. Use a little adhesive that's in there. Make sure those things are stuck down nice. Make sure the antenna wire's away from those. And then this one, the volume, the little ridge surface always goes down, the backplate facing down. Actually, first I should, if there is a little bit of a bend there, you can always get that kind of bent back so it's nice and straight. Also, you can kind of do the same thing right here where you got into it. Kind of bend that back just a little bit. And then I always go in headset jack first. Pop this thing down all the way around.
Good times.
Just go all the way around, make sure, and there's a little spot I missed right there. And there you go. And the top's nice and flush. Side looks really nice and good, and there's no damage all the way around it. Alright, thank you. Or this completes the video. Thank you.